Coming up next, Weeknight with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube Dog Show, and no, this is not Cockroach Central. Man, when will people ever get the hint? It's Weeknight with Ellie Muller, and now, ladies and gentlemen, a man who's going to talk to you about cockroaches tonight. Is that why I had to do that Cockroach Central joke? Oh boy, here we go again. Mr. Ellie Muller! Hi! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie Muller. What's up? The theme song was composed by Dr. Mattress Piano, and Toy's Gaming Spot is Weeknight Update Storyteller. And they are two of our Shoutout Spotlight winners tonight, along with Pierre Kelly. Ibrahim the Dragon Ball 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Monty Kaepernick, Cockroach Snack, Super Cough Snack, Walk with Terrence on Fanboy Films 2, Super Geeked Up / Super Knocked Up, Landon the Hedgehog, and Vroom Vroom. Please check all those people out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to find out what's up. Here we go. What's up with cockroaches? They are so scary. They're also very yucky and creepy. So get rid of them, please. Now, someone actually called a cockroach cute recently. No! Cockroaches are not cute. Come on! Now wait, the buses in London were infested with cockroaches not too long ago. Yeah, they were in a container and they somehow got on the seat. Wait. I think that I know how the cockroaches got out. Do you? That's right. Someone opened the container by accident and the cockroaches got out. It's not rocket science, people. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another top 8 list. MP, Mr. Bones, let's go! You got it, boss. Tonight's category, top 8 things that a cockroach will destroy in less than 3 minutes. Number 8, glasses. Number 7, shoes. Number 6, a desk. Number 5, a tree. Number 4, a goat. Number 3, a boat. Number 2, someone's hair. And number 1, a donkey. Wait a minute, a cockroach can eat a donkey? Why not? Yeah, good point. Thank you, boys. Thanks a lot. You know what, bro? Hashtag Weeknight Update. Hashtag Ellie Roll for late nights. Hashtag Ellie Roll for adults. Hashtag spread love well. And hashtag autism is awesome. Get those hashtags to social media, please. Right, like this thing, subscribe and the bell, chef, and cap the comment section down below. But whatever you do, please do not go anywhere. We will be right back with the in-between monologue. Toy Story. I'm over for one, organ time, random advice, and this week's Count of the Week question. Remember, this is still Weeknight Update, and now here it is, your bottom of the night.
You deserve nothing.
But the best gifts because you are a gift. Jinkies.
Nick is my knight in shining armor, rescues me with good TV.
All night, every night. Ooh yeah, Nick at Night.
Now be honest, do you really want to go through the holidays with that old carpet on the floor? At Empire, we make new carpeting so affordable and so easy to buy. Call right now and you could have new brand name stain-resistant carpet on your floor tomorrow. or any day you say. Of course, that means you'll have your carpet before the holidays, but you won't make a payment till after the holidays. Not till spring. Call me now. I bet you know the number. 588-2300. Right.
Old Man Winter. He's back with a vengeance, chilling you to the bone with the bitter cold. This is when you need the nighttime warmth of a temperature-controlled Big Sur waterbed.
Once I get into my Big Sur waterbed, it just instantly heats me up. I don't have to worry about how cold it is in my room.
My room is so cold, so I jump into my Big Sur waterbed and I'm always warmed up very fast.
The therapeutic heat of a Big Sur waterbed will soothe the aches and pains of the day. Big Sur waterbeds, because it's a cold world.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update, and now it's time for the in-between monologue. Here we go. We are talking about cockroaches right now. Don't worry, cockroaches will never be on my face during the show. Did you know that cockroaches hate citrus fruits? It's true. So if you buy oranges and lemons, then the cockroaches will leave immediately. And here's another fun fact. Cockroaches are sensitive to cold temperatures. That means that they won't be outside this winter. Hallelujah! And did you know that cockroaches are nocturnal? It's true. Wait. How come they're on the sidewalk during the day? It's very confusing. I mean, if they're nocturnal, then they shouldn't be on the sidewalk during the day. And finally, here's something that will shock you. All right? Experts say that you shouldn't squash cockroaches because the bacteria that you will spread while doing so. Of course, let me remind you that nobody likes cockroaches. But here's something that everybody will like. Tori's story. All right, Tori, let's go.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's Story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about cockroaches. And here's the story. Each summer, my parents would load up the big Ford station wagon and take us kids to Brookfield Zoo, just outside of Chicago. Some of my favorite memories were made on those hot summer days. Busy sidewalks, smelly animals, parking lot picnics, and 30 cents would get you a souvenir from the mold-a-rama machine. I loved everything about the zoo, but my favorite had to be the reptile house. This place was a boy's dream, a massive stone building where some of the creepiest of creatures were separated from you by nothing more than a pane of glass. It was an old building, and it was dark inside, dark and humid. Tucked away in the shadows of a back corner stood a display full of giant cockroaches, easy to miss when there wasn't a crowd of people pushing to get close. Hundreds of these roaches were housed in tall display with concave glass not easily noticed at first, that allowed you to enter farther into the display than any normal normal people would like. It was a nice place for observing the various reactions of the human animal. It was also a great spot to give your sisters a push. If memory serves, those roaches were from Madagascar, and until recently, I couldn't understand why someone would chose to live in such a place. It started just like all of our other encounters with the wonderful animals God has placed here in New Guinea. With a scream. We'd been told to expect roaches, and we'd seen them in other houses, but we were beginning to think that perhaps we wouldn't have to worry about such things. Joan's scream confirmed that we were wrong about that. It was at the computer when Joan let me know that a rather large cockroach had greeted her in the hall. I think she was more mad than scared because she offered to take care of this herself. Going to the cabinet under the sink, she armed herself a can of Bug Be Gone and marched off to war. She quickly retreated to share her analysis of the situation. Sweetie, it's fast, really fast. I didn't know they were that fast. Oh, and it's big and fast. You've got to do something. You've got to kill it. She tosses me the bug spray as a shiver goes down her spine. I knew she was serious by the way she was hopping from foot to foot. So with a sigh, I pushed away from the desk to take on my role as protector of the house. I found the roach just above the door to the boys' room. And since it was almost midnight, I thought it best to end this fight before it entered their bedroom. So I casually walked up and sprayed the roach, which was pretty big, by the way. She had that much right, but it didn't seem fast. In fact, it just sat there while I blasted it with a cloud of death. Stupid roach. I'm not sure what happened next. I've read that the human mind has the incredible ability to block out overly traumatic events and thus protect itself from years of counseling fees. But I do remember a giant roach emerging from the fog, propelling on wings of pure evil, just as everything went into a matrix like super slow motion. I had the presence of mind to remember that Madagascar hissing cockroach can't fly, which made me sure of two things. One, this was not a Madagascar hissing cockroach, and two, Madagascar sounds pretty nice about right now. I lost ground walking backward, but continued to fire my can of death into the face of this kamikaze mutant bug while Joan and I both screamed. The cloud dispersed. I calmed down, Joan came back from the opposite corner of the room to inspect the damage. I didn't know they could fly, she said, putting her arm on my shoulder. I didn't know they could fly so far. Look how far back I walked away from the wall. That thing just kept coming, and he was coming right at me. You know, it's almost as if it's on you. Ah! Joan retreated back to her corner of the room, and I invented a frantic new dance. It's fun, actually. You swirl around yelling, "Where is it? Where is it?" while stripping down to your skibbies. Give it a try. My only suggestion would be closing the drapes, especially if your yelling has wakened the neighbors who, out of concern, have come to check on your well-being. So, long story short, we now know a bit more of the roaches were in PNG. Our neighbors probably think there are some weird things going on over here late at night. I've agreed not to bring up the fact that she completely left me on my own and ran away when there was a roach somewhere on my body. Joan has agreed not to talk about who screamed the loudest. And we've both agreed not to talk about the fact that we never did find that roach. The end. That's the story about cockroaches. So stay tuned where I do the next story. Bye, guys.
Well done, Toy. Well done. Yes. Woo! That was incredible. Now, let's have a moment for everyone, huh? Let me tell you something. Cockroaches are very sneaky. One time, I opened my glasses case and I found a cockroach. Yeah, that's right. I found a cockroach in my glasses case. On my glasses. That happened about a few weeks ago. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, that's scary. Did you get rid of the cockroach? Yes, I did. Of course, after that, my family and I decided to really clean the house up. That's why the background behind me is a little cleaner now than it was several years ago. Of course, you gotta be careful with cockroaches. I mean, they're everywhere. They can be on your face. They can also be on your computer. And as a matter of fact, they might be on your head right now. Yikes! That's why you need to clean your house. That's also why you need to stop the cockroaches before they get on your face. I mean, come on. They're evil, they're bad, and they're ridiculous. I know that you know that, but come on, it's a fact. And here's one more thing that you need to know. Cockroaches will always love the sidewalk. So if you see a cockroach on the sidewalk, then you need to stomp that cockroach like there's no tomorrow. I mean, come on. Who on earth loves cockroaches? Huh? I rest my case. Now, I believe there is talking time. Let's go. magazine believe that the cockroaches are cute. They are not cute. And apparently that person had watched the Stephen King and George A. Romero film Creep Show not too long ago, because apparently, that person also said the cockroach gave that person a fright. Well, guess what? Cockroaches are scary. And you are supposed to be afraid of cockroaches. Stop thinking that cockroaches are cute. They are not. They are not cute. As a matter of fact, let's talk about this news story while we're at it, all right? Buses in London were infested by cockroaches not too long ago. That's right, many buses in London, were infested with cockroaches not too long ago. And not only that, but the rest areas were infested with cockroaches as well. And safety campaigners wrote letters to the transport bosses, about the whole thing. And Transport for London said that such instances are rare. And Now, the Transport for London said that that it's very rare for cockroaches to be on buses and in rest areas. However, Transport for London did launch an urgent investigation. Now, campaigners want a deep clean of all buses, every single day. Now, I hope that those buses over there will be cleaned up, because nobody wants to go on a bus when the cockroaches are already on that bus. You know what I mean? I mean, who wants to go on a bus when the cockroaches are already there? I mean, honestly, it makes no sense. Hey, how about some random advice for the world, huh? Never become friends with the cockroach. Cockroaches will make your face turn green. Don't let a cockroach sleep on your face. You'll be in the hospital before the end of the year. Never trust a cockroach. Cockroaches are scary. Finally, it's never a good idea to have fun with cockroaches. If you have been paying attention, then you should have known why. Actually, you would have known why. Well, let's go over this week's Comment of the Week question. And I really want more people to answer this week's Comment of the Week question, because it's important, it's clever, and it's actually pretty good. This week's Comment of the Week question is, would you rather have a truckload of money or a boat filled with cockroaches and clocks? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Well, folks, this episode of Weeknight Update is over, but I'll see you tomorrow night. That is the news, and I am out, Keith 4x4.
Nick is my knight in shining armor, rescues me with good TV.
All night, every night. Ooh, yeah, Nick at Night.